Hey everyone, I hope you're doing great. I always try to keep things very positive on this channel because I know how toxic and divisive social media can be, and I don't want to add to that. I never try to cause drama except as a joke when I'm about to do a battle with Burnt or Davey. But in this case, my channel's being threatened, and since this is a problem that's affecting a lot of other YouTubers and musicians, and a problem that's growing at an alarming rate, I think I should say something. The other day I got my first ever copyright strike for my cover of Hotel California, which I played completely solo on fretless bass with no accompaniment. This means that the video's been completely taken down from YouTube and no one can watch it. It also means my channel is one step closer to being deleted because copyright strikes can be filed at any time regardless of whether you released the video today or 10 years ago. I think this was a very bad decision for everyone involved, including the Eagles, but before I get into that, I want to explain the options that a band has when their song is covered on YouTube. Option 1, which is what the vast majority of artists choose, is to collect a share of the revenue from that cover. YouTube has a system called Content ID which automatically detects cover songs, and in general I would say this system is pretty effective but could definitely use some tweaking. I have absolutely no problem sharing revenue with the songwriters or copyright owners, and that's the arrangement I have with every single other cover song that I have on YouTube. If you write a hit song and lots of people cover it, it makes sense that you should collect a share of the revenue. Option 2 is to completely demonetize the video but still allow people to watch it. This makes less sense to me because you're making sure that nobody gets any money, and the simple fact is that a lot of smaller upcoming artists need to play covers in order to get people's attention. This was just as true in the 60s for the Beatles as it is today. Upcoming artists already have the odds stacked against them, and demonetizing their covers only serves to stifle the next generation of artists. And finally, we have option 3, which is to completely take down the video and issue a copyright strike, which threatens the livelihood of the artist who covered the song, and is what happened in this situation. It's extremely rare for this to happen because it's a lose-lose situation. What makes this especially perplexing is that my cover had already been identified by YouTube's Content ID system, which means I was sharing revenue with the Eagles. So their decision to remove my video has only resulted in the following effects. Neither of us make any more money from this video. Younger music fans who might not know the Eagles will not discover them through my cover video. Existing fans of the Eagles won't get to watch an interesting new interpretation of their song, helping to perpetuate the song itself and the Eagles' legacy. Other artists will be afraid to post Eagles covers, resulting in a loss of revenue for the Eagles and a loss of free promotion. I probably wouldn't even make this video if it were just affecting me, but this is a systemic issue that affects almost every YouTuber that I know. Rick Beato is constantly getting his What Makes This Song Great series blocked for playing snippets of the song that he's talking about. He's literally telling his audience why this song is great and using it to educate people about music, and the artists of those songs are blocking his videos and giving him copyright strikes for playing the song that he's analyzing. Rick calls out the Eagles as being one of the worst offenders of blocking videos.
Guys like Don Henley, Don thinks that the Eagles, by him taking down everything that is put up by the Eagles, I want to do the Eagles. Let your music be played, Don. And the estate of Glenn, I mean, come on. The Eagles were an amazingly great band. Why are you banning people from promoting your music, doing covers? Why? Metallica doesn't take stuff down. Metallica's great. The Eagles, everybody says has an Eagles story. I mean, that's just a fact.
Jared Dines, Two Set Violin, Ichikanito, Bradley Hall, Rudy Ayub, Shredmaster Scott, and Finn McKenty have all been victims of ridiculous copyright takedowns that threaten their abilities to sustain themselves as artists. Again, don't get me wrong, there are legitimate cases where people's videos should be taken down, like if they just post the song's original audio with no commentary, education, or transformational value. But that criteria doesn't apply to any of those YouTubers that I just mentioned. The music world has changed very dramatically in the last 20 years, and major bands and publishers need to become more aware of how things work now, because I genuinely believe they're shooting themselves in the foot as well as making things much harder for new artists. People are uploading videos constantly to social media, and one of the best ways to gain popularity is to let or even encourage people to cover your songs. This allows your music to spread to a wide audience in a very organic way that will gain you far more die-hard fans than any sterile corporate marketing campaign. And because of systems like YouTube's Content ID, you're gifted a completely passive source of revenue. The cover artist makes money, they learn a lot about music through covering your song and getting feedback in the comments. The original artist makes money and you both gain popularity. It's a win for everyone. I wish I knew why they decided to take down this video, but there was no reason listed and I've had no response from either of the email addresses provided. So I'm hoping that maybe this video will get their attention and that they'll retract the copyright strike and put the video back up. The sad thing is that I really like the Eagles' music and I don't want to see them going down this path. They're an incredibly successful band who have had an amazing career. But you have to ask yourself, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Do you want to allow and encourage independent artists and amateur musicians who love your music to share it, helping to ensure that it remains timeless, or do you want more and more videos calling you out for your draconian and unmusical approach? Because of this copyright strike, I'm questioning whether I can continue uploading the covers that I know you love, which is not the way things should be. One thing's for sure, I won't be uploading any more Eagles covers. Thanks for watching. Please share this video to spread awareness of these issues, and if you'd like to support me on Patreon, I'd really appreciate that. I post bass lessons there every week, or you can just get MP3s of my songs and chat with me in return for your support. Next video will be back to just bass. I'll see you then.